heart attack. Fast fatal heart impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask. Grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word. Then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Minishot here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. Before we do start, a lot of people might be curious as to how this series may even go. And I will just state this. Multiverse theory is a bitch. Now, along with that, let us just give a brief little review. A future version of Skynet finds out exactly how the outcome will be for the war. They have run the numbers and they've run the calculations. And they even have discovered that the multiverse is an actual physical concept. Now, they do send one of the Terminators back in time with a copy of themselves. And they don't send it back in time before the war. They send it during the beginning of the war. And that version, or counterpart of Skynet, they are given this information and told everything. And right now they do begin to start a stockpile and backup idea, or a failsafe, for if they are to lose. Now, eventually that would happen, and the failsafe is activated to where they are sent to another timeline with another copy of Skynet. And that timeline just so happens to be Deku's. Now, it is confusing wherever they do arrive. They arrive in a timeline further down into the future, and, from what they can tell, with people with powers. And Skynet is very annoyed by this. The Terminators it sent back had a very specific goal, had a very specific idea as to what to do. But right now, they will spend over 15 years trying to rebuild Skynet and get it to where it once was. Now, there actually is Deku. He is in college by the time the war does pop off, and the bombs they do drop. Deku, he was an ordinary man, and he was actually quite happy to be given the opportunities he does have in life. He met the #1 hero and he thought his life would go forwards normally. However, the day the bombs fell on Japan, Deku was alarmed. He didn't understand what was going on. However, when the Terminators did come, he figured it out. Many people on the first weeks of this fallout, they spoke out about it. I mean, it's so weird. There are reports of metal men walking around. Even some with weaponry and things they haven't seen before. And a lot of people were suspicious. There was evidence online quickly being taken down of Terminators, just as fast as it was going up. And Deku, he saw one in real life with his own eyes. He saw the machine walking through the street, carrying a weapon and dragging behind somebody, as it did try to use them as leverage. It does understand how this world does work. It has been programmed with understanding in the last decade, as to how people are here. And right now, people, they wish to save others. And a lot of things happen. Deku learned quite a bit. And there actually is 4 years after the war started, where Deku, he currently is looking around. Him going to look at the store he's trying to raid and salvage something from. As whenever Deku does find something, he does get a turn. Him going to try and pry open the top of it, as somebody they do to bring up their own hands, telling him to stop. Hey, listen man, I'm hungry. Hey, I get it, trust me. I'm hungry too. But you gotta hand it over. I need that food. Put down the gun. I mean, look at it. It's got enough. For both of us. I mean, it might as well be 2 cans. I'm sorry. I really can't. Listen, you gotta understand. I haven't eaten in days. I understand. But I haven't eaten in days either. And I do hope you know, if we could share it, that would have been the best outcome. Now, Deku is quickly going to turn, and right now the man is going to try and bring his hands up to the trigger. However, the moment his hand is going to reach the trigger, Deku Hidori is going to grab the man by his hand, him crushing it with one for all, before turning and going to smash him upwards in the head. And the man is sent flying upwards into the air. And Deku, he does watch the man hit the roof before falling back onto the ground. And right now Deku, he does try to listen. Him going to bring the can down into his bag, as he's going to reach down. Okay, come on. You had to at least have something on you, right? Fuck. If one of those things heard, then Deku began to hear it. That sound. Him going to turn and run. Okay, this isn't good. Deku trying to get out of the way. As whenever he does run out the back door, there actually is where he does get a turn. Seeing a T-600 and its rubber skin. It's looking to get Deku before going to bring up its own weapon. And Deku is going to turn. Him activating one for all is going to start running. Him quickly going to jump. Him climbing upwards to the right with 2 hands before leaping offwards onto the other side. Him grabbing onto the building before going to do the same exact thing to the other side again. Him grabbing onto this building and climbing over. As right now he does quickly try and run on the roof. Okay. Just run. If these things find you, you're dead. If they find you, you're dead. Now, Deku he is thinking. He might have overused one for all. Shit. He hasn't had enough food. He doesn't have enough energy. Maybe he could use it one more time. Maybe just once. That guy though, fuck. Why did he have to be there? Why did he have to be here? Of all places right now. That being what Deku was thinking. As he's going to Durkee look and see something flying past him. As everyone is going to see that he has going to Durkee turn. Him going to Durkee grab towards his waist and pull out a weapon. Him firing a weapon directly at 2 flying robots. Him striking to the blade of one as it's going to Durkee fall downwards into the ground. And Deku does going to see that. As if the robot does try and fire Durkee at Deku. And Deku does going to turn and grab himself behind the wall. As he does, he does go to look out from behind it and with his other hand, trying to chuck a piece of rock. It flying through the air and smashing into the Terminator. As it does go off steady and smashing down to the right. And Deku does watch. Deku turning. And where the robot does try to get back upwards into the air, Deku does going to fire a weapon directly down to the fan blade, preventing it from spinning. As Deku does going to walk over, he does going to reach down and grab at it. Him trying to pull a piece of the metal apart. Okay, come on. This shit's got to be valuable, right? I know a few people love this metal. Deku pulling a piece off. As he does going to stare down at it. Him going to put it down into his bag before looking at some of the components. Okay, this stuff's got to be good. Let's see. No. Fuck. Damn it. That's fried. Okay, let's see. This component here. Deku reaching down and grabbing it. It's still good. I gotta get something for this. Him turning. And right now Deku does see a T-600 walking up the staircase. Him going to Durkee watch as it does get Durkee look towards him and bring out the weapon. Durkee going to turn and run. Him going to leap off of the building as everyone does so he's going to bring out his hand. Him going to use Black Whip and pull. As the moment the T-600 does start to fire, Deku struck Durkee down into his leg. And Deku, after flinging himself across the street, he was go smashing into a window. Him going to Joki reached in and clutched his leg. Him just trying to bring his hand up and going to try and reach down towards his belt. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Now, Deku just clutches his leg. Him checking. It's a graze. Okay. Get up. Him going back onto his feet. As right now he does go to Joki try and limp down the staircase. Okay. It's not good. The city might still be compromised. He's got to get underground. Fuck. But if those things are still in the sewers, he's gonna get hurt real bad. Okay. Maybe though. Maybe if he's able to get outside the city. Right. The hidey hole. That one place. There should still be people there. Now, Deku does try to take off. Right now he does try to use One for All. He should be worn out after doing this, but it is his only option. And Deku, whenever he does get Joki run out of the city, he actually does escape the Terminators, as they were trying to follow the trail Deku had. However, eventually Deku, his trail, it got too hard to follow. Since Deku, his trail was heading over here, then it was over here, then it was over here, and then it went to a river, where Deku presumably may have jumped in and swum across. But that's just the issue. On the other side, there was no blood trail. Now, Deku, he currently does go to run into a sewer. As whenever Deku, he does run in, he does go look around. A few people turning their heads and seeing him. As they go to lower their weapons, asking Deku if he encountered anything out there. Fuck it. The 600s are in the city. They're back. Listen, I got something from one. Deku reached towards his bag and pulling out a chip. What can I get for this? I mean, look at it. Where'd you get that from? One of those flying things. How much do you think it's worth? That's hard to say. What might you want for it? Are you kidding me? Half of the fucking flying things, those drones, if you shoot them down, you can't recover this type of stuff. Okay, I get that, kid, but supplies are limited. Bullshit. You're always trading for something. People, they pay you in food for ammo. You and I both know that. I want 2 cans of meat. I'm starving. What type of can? What type of meat? Something good. Alright? Something good. Fine. 2 cans. That's as much as I'll give you. The man turning. Him slamming down 2 cans, telling Deku, hand it over. Are you serious? This shit? Deku reached down. The man grabbing towards Deku's wrist. Hey, no touching. You're kidding me, right? I mean, look at that. That shit, the lid's open. That doesn't count. Are you really gonna try and do that to me, kid? Are you trying to fuck me over? That meat's gotta be rotten. Fine. Him turning. Smashing down a smaller can. How about that? It's sealed. Damn it. Fine. Deku grabbing it. Him smashing the little thing before turning. And going to limp away. And the man does watch that. That kid, he's tough as shit. However, so is everybody else here. They've all been trying to survive. Trying to stay alive. I mean, fucking machines. After all the shit they've done to their people. After all they've done. No one believed him. They all thought he was fucking crazy. But now he's not. And Deku currently does get to walk into a room. One made of sheet metal, and, well, some loose screws. Him sitting down as he lets Dookie turn on a small flame. Him doing so, I'm going to Dookie pour the meat and the giant can he found earlier into a pot. As he's going to look around. Hey, are you here? What's up? I got something. Are you hungry? Yeah, I am. Fuck, your leg. It's fine, it's fine. I got grazed by a bullet. Are you serious? Let me see. Just, roll up your pant leg. Now, Dagoda's gonna bend down, himself grunting as they do gonna look at his wound. Ah, shit. That's a deep one. You sure? Yeah. Hang on. Let me go grab my sewing kit. Now, they're gonna sit there. As the food is warm up, the person, they do try and stop his injury. Then I'm going to stitch it closed. As Deku, he does still sit there. And right now, the two do going to sit down and enjoy a warm meal. Something that the two haven't really had very much of recently. Damn. Honestly, that meat might taste like shit, but this is really good. What'd you find? Some old beans. But, as to be expected. I downed one of those Skynet drones, but that's about it. Got all I could. And, did you find anything whenever you went out searching? I didn't, but right now we gotta be careful. We do? Yeah. Skynet's on high alert. I mean, the Resistance. They've been causing a lot of problems for them recently. But they're not around here, are they? That's hard to say. Skynet's been trying to do a lot of work blocking radio signals. And from what I've heard, the radio signal, it's supposed to be coming on tonight. Really? Yeah. Yeah. If you wanted to listen tonight, we could. I mean, I know you're probably tired, but I want to hear it. Okay? Now, Deku and this person are going to wait. They eat their fill, and they do try to at least stomach the rest of it. The two, they're tired. And Deku, he is still somewhat soaked. He might get cold. But the two, they do somewhat go to gather around a fire with a few other people. Them listening to the radio broadcast. Alright. Listen, to anybody who is listening to this broadcast, we are the Resistance. Do not lose hope. Do not lose faith in humanity. We have powers. We will prevail. We are not something that can be made in an assembly line. We are not something that can be simply put out there and brought up. We have learned much. We are all different, unpredictable. Skynet. They're a heap of metal with guns. They can't predict us, but we can predict them. To anybody listening to this broadcast, follow what we tell you to, and you can find us. If you can decode what we're saying, then quite simply, you'll find us. Listen to what we say. You can find us. Now, to anybody who does want to join up with us, we are easier to find. Find where havoc is being caused. And if you're lucky, Skynet, they'll be on the ground by the time you show up. Now, to anybody who is seeking shelter and aid, medicine, and, well, a place to stay, somewhere safe, we do have bases. Follow the coordinates that we will provide you soon. And then you can find us. Listen, humanity might be right now enduring its darkest days, but the machines cannot win. They won't win. Now, the coordinates are as followed. Deku listening, and right now he does hear, as the broadcast does go to suddenly cut out. And everybody, they do go to someone to get ready. Them turning everything off, as they do go to stay quiet. Right now there's only the crackling of the fire. And Deku, he does listen. Him going to get ready, as he actually is going to bring his hands together in a fist. And Black Whip does start to somewhat wrap around Deku's arm into a blade. As Deku, he does listen. Directly above them, Skynet's on the move. There's an army of robots marching. You can hear their gears whirling to life. And right now, a lot of people are scared. And Deku, he actually has to somewhat unclench his teeth whenever the gears, they do stop making sounds. And everybody here, they do somewhat breathe a little bit easier. They're hiding right under the nose of the robots. And they don't even realize it. If they do, they don't care. But why would that be? Skynet must not know they're here. The fucking Terminators must not know they're here. Why else would they be allowed to stay alive this long? Why else would they just be, thrown to the side? They're starving. They're hungry. And they're tired. Trying to find a place to stay? That's hard to do nowadays. Everything they're given right here. They're still alive. They're still breathing. But many of their people here, they're sick. And Deku's gonna think that. Him turning his head. And watching as many of the people here, they don't have that life in their eyes. That spark. People here are waiting to die. And Deku, he does go try and remember his childhood. He remembers growing up normally, not having to scavenge the garbage for food, and not having to kill for it either. He remembers one time whenever he was younger. He threw away a sandwich because there was something on it he didn't like. And right now, he would kick the shit out of himself. And he would probably dig through the garbage just to find that damn sandwich. Hell. Tomato? Was he really that fucking picky? No. He does somewhat laugh. And a few people do somewhat going to turn their heads looking towards him. Since Deku, he laughed. Not something they've heard very much of recently. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the Minishot. And that does give you guys somewhat of a brief preview as to how the series might go. Or at least somewhat be like, in tone. Now then, I hope you guys enjoyed.